Hi everyone, my name's Psaila and thank you for joining me. Today's topic is the three major problems most business owners have around cash flow. So let's get straight to it. The first problem is that most business owners don't have any plan when it comes to their accounting. In other words, they don't know enough about their accounting. They don't know how much the business needs to sustain itself. They don't have any type of budgeting around understanding how much stock that they need to purchase. Or they don't have enough, understanding of, what type of plan that they need to put in place to, over the next 90 days, the next 180 days. I mean, accounting and finances are a massive part of your business. So why is it that most business owners, just don't have any plan whatsoever? In other words, they don't have any planned goal on what they need to reach and what type of levels that they need to have as a buffer in their business. So if things get tough, which they always do in business, that you've got enough money, put away there. A lot of business owners, and this could be yourself, don't really understand, their entire operation and how much money that you need over X amount of time. Because if you do understand that, you'd begin the process of planning to have a buffer there. Now, I understand that a lot of business owners, possibly including yourself, don't have, a lot of funds that they can, get together or, have got an overdraft set up. And this is also a challenge in business. But if you're one of these business owners that doesn't have that, it's important that you start, ferrying some money away so you can start to build a little buffer. And I'm going to talk about that in another series. The second biggest problem I see with business owners with cash flow is not knowing their figures. In other words, not knowing what their break-even is. Not understanding their P&Ls. In other words, their profit and loss statements. Not knowing, exactly when their clients are paying. In other words, they're also not understanding when their bills are due. If you're in business, you need to have a really good firm grasp on this. And the reason is most businesses fail not because they're not good at what they do, but unfortunately they haven't taken enough time to really, get their finances in order. So, not understanding what your break-even point is detrimental to that business. How do you know how much you need to make if you're not exactly sure how much it's costing you? I ask you to look at these figures. They're really, really important. And it's interesting. A lot of business owners that I've worked with, when I originally met them, prefer not to know this because it just, seems like it's too mind-boggling. Or, I better not know this just in case I get depressed at the figures. Well, I mean, I have to tell you, that's kind of insanity, isn't it? You need to know these figures. It's really, really, really important. Now, the third problem that I see with cash flow is not measuring your finances. In other words, not measuring how you're going, not measuring on a regular basis. All the businesses that I work with know that, they can break down their figures, per day, per week, per month, per quarter. We work on that diligently. In other words, to tell me at every given point of time how the business is tracking. How would you know how your business is going if you never really measure how the progress is? A lot of business owners I speak to say, well, if I've got money in the bank, that's a good thing. If I don't have any money in the bank, I'm stressing out. Well, even if you do have money in the bank, how do you know how much, you have to pay out to your, suppliers? It's really, really hard. It's important that you measure that. Now, the other, important part with this is most business owners around the measuring part don't take responsibility. It's important that you take responsibility. In other words, you're responsible for your business and your future. And if you've got a family, your family's future. And with employees, their future. So it's important that you look at, taking responsibility around cash flow, around how money is coming in and out of your business. And the most important part that I can leave you with is not studying money. In other words, this is a major thing with cash flow. Why? How does it connect? Well, if you understand the study of money, you also understand that cash flow is just one component of it. And it's important that once you get to understand that, you can take measures to adjust it accordingly. I hope you got a lot out of this video, and what I want to do is I want to help you get your business back on track. So if you enjoyed this video, what I ask you to do is simply click on the link below, and I'm going to give you free instant access to more videos similar to these about all different facets of business. You can access these and start to implement the tools and strategies that I speak to you about into your business. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day.